decision I've ever made in my life is listening to that voice. And that told me to follow him.
Yeah, that's right.
As a young man, I ran from it just as hard as I could, and I drowned it. Tried to drown it with everything that I could find in this world. But Papa, it never failed that voice always made its way through. Couldn't drown it out long enough to where it will be a quiet time in my life. And that voice would begin to speak to me again. Just like Brother Elisha, been awful worried about Brother Thomas's family and trying to think on which way. But I'd like you to think about some things, and I hope that Brother Chad, that for what minute at a time that I'm up here, that maybe that the Lord would use me. And
Lord, we bless him.
I know that I can't preach on my own, that it needs to come from the Lord this morning, but 7 months ago we were in a little funeral and preaching a young man's funeral, and after right as I went to leave Brother Thomas's dad, he grabbed me. He stopped me in the car and he said, I'm going to start coming to church. He said, you're going to see me. He said, I've heard something.
Yeah.
And you know, we've seen him coming out from then on, from time to time. And made the announcement to Brother Thomas. He said, I've been praying. But you know, just like that, just not feeling good. Said I need to go to the doctors, and just right there in the living room, he fell over. And just like that, it was over. Had to listen to his son crying a little bit, saying, I know that he said he's been praying, but I just wish that I knew for sure. I'm telling you today, I'm telling you this morning, we don't know what it is. Have you been leaving dissatisfied? Have you come part way? Have you come a little bit? Have you thought, you know what, I know I've heard things. I need to go to church. Come to church. Well, I got news. It's not all the way yet, and it's not finished. You know, for the last year or so, I've watched one of my girls just crying from time to time at church, and at funerals, and at different places. Watched her bawl her eyes out at Brother Doc's funeral. And I just watched and I just waited. And I thought, Lord, let it be of you. Do you know what I'm talking about this morning? Do you know where I'm coming from? Have you come? Have you heard from the Master? I believe you have if you've been at this church right here. But there's a little bit more to do. There's a little bit. Do you have children out in this world that needs to know something from you? Do you have wives? Do you have mothers? Do you have fathers that would love to hear that cry out that Brother Thomas's daddy got through just one little prayer? Got through the prayer, sis. But I'm telling you this morning, if you've ever needed anything in your life more than you need your house payment made today, more than you need that car note paid, you need this man named Jesus. You know, I watched that little girl just struggling along, and I watched until a point where I just seen her with her head buried down, and I thought, Lord, what do I do at this point? She's gone just as far, and she's going to have an awful week, but I'm telling you this morning, and I need the Lord this morning. And guess what? I just want this world to understand what it is to know the Lord, my God, with just the way that I know Him. Guess what, sissy? As we went out in the water, and all your family had taken everything from them. Had taken everything, and it said that an angel appeared unto a man named Gideon.
Yeah.
And told him, by you, Gideon, I'm going to save all your people.
Yeah.
This man died. He looked upon nature and he said, I'm not even, he said, I come from a poor family.
Yeah.
He said, and I'm the least in my household. Surely you don't have the right man. He doubted with everything in him, but we'll try to convince him, I'm not the one. Brother, and thank God he listened a little bit and gathered him a great army. Guess what? It's not about what you can do this morning, but it's about submission to the man that can do all things this morning. Brethren, and guess what? He gathered him a great army of 32,000, and the Lord looked on him and said, a man will look to themselves, and brethren, he began to set tests, and brethren, began to disperse the army.
Yeah.
One time whisper, any of you that fear, send them on home.
Yeah.
Brother, 22,000 took off right there. And he said, I only have 10. I guess it's enough.
Yeah.
The Lord said it's too many yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brother broke them men down to 300.
Yep. That was
Took
it.
his army of 32,000, gave him 300.
Yeah.
Said, this is how you're going to get your victory.
Yeah.
The Bible said his enemies were like the grasshoppers of the field. You couldn't even number them.
No.
Brethren, they came from all sides, brethren, but guess what? With the Lord, brethren, all things are possible this morning. Brethren, he said, Gideon, brethren, you take you a lamp and you put you a light down inside of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brethren, and you grab you a trumpet and you put in that other hand. Brethren,
even
and
give him
Gideon
sword.
told this man, what you see me do, I want you to do it. Brethren, and he blew that trumpet. And brethren, he gave him a loud shout. Broke that vessel and the light began to shine. Brethren, and as I read it, the enemy had said their sword began to fall one on another. Gideon's men didn't even fight the war. Brethren, but God fought that war. And God won that war. I know that the struggles that we get a lot of things made up in our mind. This great mountain before us. Well, Lord, let me sort this out and I'll come to you. Let me sort this out. Brother, I got news. You can't sort this battle out. You need submission to the Lord. You need to give it to Him this morning and let Him fight it for you.
That's right.
When I was seeking out the Lord, I had me a cousin right by me that was also seeking the Lord,
Yeah. Come on.
Brother Brandon. And I remember one Saturday night that after church we were standing out on our little porch up in Michigan on the church porch, and I just looked at him and I said, brother, and every time that they open the door, the church doors, I said, it's like I just want to grab the pew and just hold on. I said, because I feel like I should go, but I'm so scared.
Yeah.
And he looked over at it. He looked over at me and he said, I know just what you're talking about, with a couple of tears. He said, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
And brother, it wasn't just a couple of weeks later. It was on a New Year's service that they opened that church doors, and still just a scared young man, not knowing just what way, what's proper. I didn't know the old regular etiquette or anything. I just came just as I was. That's all I knew to give the Lord. I am just me, Lord. And my Uncle Chris, he opened them doors and he was standing right up, and I just walked up. Everyone was hugging, and when I grabbed him that time, Brother Mike, I wouldn't let go of him, and I just began to cry a little bit. And I wasn't Lord the way I have them in my life.
Yeah.
It is no exaggeration that the best thing, the only thing that matters to me is this man named Jesus. You can have my home. You can have my cars today. That's not just words to me. Those things, they come and go, but my Lord is my joy this morning. It's no paycheck give me the joy that I get of watching my brothers and sisters. Do you want to know? I got me a little taste of that, of the book of Ruth last night when they said, I want your people to be my people. I looked out at a little funeral home and I see my church family filling up that little funeral. And brother, if we weren't half to 2/3 of all the people there, and I looked out, Mamo, and part of me just wanted to stand up and say, those are my people. This is how we are. We gather when our loved ones are hurting. Christ has put something in us that, guess what, when you hurt, we hurt with you. And brother, we want you to know, I wanted to shout at them and say, those are my people. Those are the people that love me and worship with me. Come and understand what would make men and women come and gather like this, support one another. I was awful proud of our little church last night. Awful proud of God's children. The way that they gather for loved ones. I love having my girls in the church with me. But I find myself now, I don't know if it's dad or just preacher or what, but I want them to understand that, guess what, I love having you with me. But now you have even more choices. What kind of Christian are you going to be? Are you going to be the one that is satisfied? I'm saved, and now I'm satisfied. Go and take your quiet seat. Or are you going to be one that stands up and tells men and women how much that you love the Lord? Tells men and women how much you need to have this man named Jesus. Those things that matter this morning. It's not about going part way. It's not about leaving dissatisfied. Go the whole way this morning. Put these things aside, and guess what? If you worry, guess what? You've started in a good place. Worrying, guess what? God can work with those things. A man that cares, God, am I good enough? God, am I doing the right things? Guess what? You're workable now for the Lord. Keep staying like that. Keep worrying about those things. God works with that. He loves a man who comes to him and says, God, am I good enough? God, am I doing the right things? God, am I where I need to be? God works with those things.
Yes, He does. Yes, He does.
And God loves you more than anyone else that you'll ever meet. More than father and mother. He is the greatest thing that I know this morning. I'm going to turn it over and let you brothers.
You've done well.
You want to come or you want Brother Jerry?
Come on, Brother Jerry, sing us a song. Everybody